DSLR Film Noob. Alright guys, so I'm doing something a little bit different, not something I normally do, but I did just finish talking about the 5D Mark IV and how I decided, I guess, to go ahead and purchase one to check it out. I do love DSLRs, and this guy is now in my collection. Hopefully I will keep it, but let's go ahead and open it up. This package just showed up from B&H, and you can see it's a little banged up, a little beat up, but let's open it up and see what the new camera looks like. Hopefully I don't cut myself live on the air, which would be a wonderful experience, let me tell you. Just slicing my hand open like nobody's business. So taking a look inside here, and it's always awesome to just watch people open up boxes. I know, great content, right? So here it is, the 5D Mark IV box. It is pretty traditional, looks just like most other Canon camera boxes. Nothing really fancy or crazy. Opening this up here, we have some manuals, the latest copy of DPP, which apparently you'll need to use that dual pixel AF system with this particular camera. A couple of really fat manuals that are pretty heavy. I don't know what languages these are, but I don't know. Don't usually read those because I'm lazy. Now, looking inside the box here, we do have the camera itself. Oh man, look at this guy. This is the 5D Mark IV. And how does it feel? Well, actually it feels a little clunky. I've got my I've got a 6D right here, so just comparatively, side by side, these two bodies, it is a little bit clunkier than my 6D. Not too much clunkier, but enough so to be noticeable. There isn't much different, it doesn't look like, on this than the original 5D Mark III, except for this little nubbin that they've got right here. As far as feeling goes, it feels pretty much the same. Mine already has this flap kind of loose here. It looks like that is probably supposed to be in there. That guy is the little cable port for your battery output. Feels okay. Nothing too crazy. A little bit lighter, seems like, than the 5D Mark III. Don't quote me on that, but it feels a little bit lighter. Battery compartment still using the LPE6 batteries, and hopefully this guy doesn't suffer from the same issues as the 6D and the 7D Mark II, where generic batteries sort of give you problems. As far as ports go, you know, USB 3.0 is now a thing on this guy, and of course a small HDMI port, your mic, and your headphone port, because if they took those away, you'd be going back in time. It's kind of junky. Now, looking at the actual compartment here, we do have a full-fledged CF card as well as a regular SD card slot. So no CF to report here. Otherwise, pretty much it for the camera body. What else do we have? We have, I don't know what this is actually. No idea. What a weird looking cable. Maybe a port lock of some kind. If you guys are recognizing whatever this is, you know, let me know. Maybe there's a way to screw this on to attach. Ah, there is. So it looks like you might be able to thread this into your camera and have a port protector for your HDMI port. I don't know quite how that works yet, but I'll have to look into that. It goes with an HDMI, USB 3.0 cable. So we'll have to read the manual actually and see what that's about. Read the manuals. Read the comments here. Thanks, Nathan. That's great, man. Let's see what else we got in here before I end this live stream. I'm just doing this really quick, of course. We've got a, you know, standard Canon affair. Basically, battery charger, your neck strap that nobody will probably ever use. I don't generally like to tag myself as a target for theft, so wearing a 5D Mark IV strap is probably not the best. In fact, I have a Canon Rebel strap that I normally use with my nicer cameras. Keeps them looking a little bit less tempting to thieves. We've got our individual battery right here and our eye cup for the camera itself. So far, so good. I'm going to start playing around with this today. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Portland, about 80 degrees. So I'm going to take this out, maybe shoot some 4K footage, do some testing, take some stills, and possibly play around with that dual pixel system and see how that focusing in post-production works. 60 megapixel stills, or 60... Hell, I don't even know. It would be 30 megapixels, but you double the pixels. So does that actually count as 60 megapixels? Because you can't use all 60 of the pixels simultaneously. Who knows? I'll have to play around with that and see. And of course, do some video with this thing. I'm not excited about going back to a crop form factor on a full frame body. But that does leave open lenses like the Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter for a wide angle. That one does not have an EFS mount. It has a regular EF mount, although it is a crop sensor lens. So you probably could get away with putting that on the Canon 5D Mark IV to get that sort of wide angle and still have full coverage for video. I'll find out if that actually works or not, but that is my theory. So hopefully everything works the way I think it should. Anything else? You guys have any questions, comments? Just, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to address them as I play around with this throughout the day. Don't know if I'm going to keep it yet or not. I was actually going to just cancel my pre-order and get another Sony A7S Mark II, but I kind of miss having a good, solid Canon body around. I'm still keeping an eye out for a 1DC, and if I see one on eBay in the $3,500 range, I might buy that instead, just to have that 1.3-ish crop factor versus the 1.7-ish, 1.6-ish crop factor you're going to get in 4K out of this guy. Also want to test out some of my memory cards to see how they do with the Motion JPEG 500 megabit codec. That might be a little tough on some of my cheaper Transcend, and of course the legendary Computer Bay memory cards that I've got laying around. So we'll see how all of those handle. I'm going to play with this the rest of the day because my wife's not home and I don't have anything else planned. So look forward to hearing more as I continue to dink around with this thing. That's it for now. I'm going to end this live stream. Hopefully, if you guys like this sort of content, make sure you let me know. If you hate this content, let me know too, because takes a little time for me to sit down and do this, but it takes a lot less time than putting together a full video, so I can kick a few of these out every once in a while if it's something that you find interesting. That's it for now, guys, and we'll see you next time.